Why I don't take health and career advice from men. This will be a little bit of a different video to my other content here on YouTube, but I also want to speak about this very important topic. I am Jessica Carvat. I am a health coach, a hormonal health expert, a nutritionist, a fitness trainer. And so what I'm about to talk about has really helped me in my health, in my career as a business owner. And I really want to bring this to all the women out there because I didn't know this stuff before. And if I would have known this, I would have had an easier start to my health and career journey. Why I don't take advice from men, it's because of a very simple reason. We have a menstrual cycle, they don't. We have hormonal shifts throughout the month, they don't. And if any man wants to come at me and tell me that you also have hormonal shifts and changes, this is not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is that women have hormonal shifts because we biologically are meant to birth children and men don't. And these hormonal shifts can be very extreme, very intense, and really affect us women in all aspects of our lives. Something that men will never understand. They will never understand what it means to have a menstrual cycle, what it means to have a period, what it means to birth children. As much as we would like, for men to understand, biologically, they're never going to truly understand what it is that we women go through. And so it's not only what it is that we women go through and what it is that we women experience, but more importantly, really understand that our bodies are just very different to men's bodies. The hormones that we have, the hormones that are shifting in our body really affect a lot. They affect how we think, our energy, the way that we go through our life, our libido, our mood, our productivity, our creativity, all of the things. And so I want to start with saying that I had my own experience working with a male fitness trainer, and this is not to bash him because he was really good at what he was doing. He had incredible, extensive fitness knowledge, and I learned a lot from him. But I didn't know what also he didn't know, which was that I should have learned from the very beginning how to not work against my body, meaning how to actually work with my cycle instead of against it, which I didn't know back then. When I hired him, I worked out the same every day with a lot of intensity, very long workouts, and I developed very bad hormonal health problems, which I already had before I even started working with him, which I didn't know because I thought the symptoms that I was having were normal. But as I started working with him, these symptoms got worse and worse and worse. Eventually, him and I had a conversation about me being on my period and not being able to work out as I was in a lot of pain. He told me that he thinks it might actually be a mental thing, and that he said that I might just be anticipating the period pain as I know my period was going to come, and I was just anticipating it, and because of my anticipation of me having pain, I actually developed the pain. I do believe that what you believe can come true and will come true. This is all that I talk about here on my account, and that there is obviously the anticipation to, manifesting something in your life. But when it comes to hormonal health problems, this shouldn't just be seen as a black and white thing. This is oftentimes a health issue, a health problem. And when he told me it was just all in my mind and I should still go to the gym and do the bare minimum, he actually gave me the wrong advice, because by me still going to the gym and doing the bare minimum, I still, at a time in my cycle where I should be slowing down and not working out at all, I ended up working against my body until I injured myself at the gym and I really burnt out physically. I burned out to a point where I was only able to then work out 20 minutes a day after that, which wasn't even a workout. It was just me walking on a treadmill because I was so tired and so exhausted. Back then, I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know that what I was doing was wrong, and I thought something was wrong with me because I saw other women being able to be very successful at the gym and achieve their health goals, and I wasn't. Until I actually learned that I wasn't the only woman feeling this way. There were actually a lot more women who could relate to what I was going through. Long story short, I had similar experiences when it came to business. I had similar experiences when it came to business advice that I was getting from men. A lot of the business advice that we get from men is very masculine energy focused. It's very go, work hard, work 24/7, don't stop, don't have weekends, ignore anything else, like be sharp, blah, 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 all of these things. This mentality is simply not possible for us women because due to our hormonal shifts, and I have a lot of videos on that as well here, so I'm not going to go into depth of what is actually happening in our body. You can see it on my account. But the thing is, due to our hormonal shifts, yes, we can go, but eventually there's going to come a point where we have gone too far and we have burned ourselves out entirely. Because as women, all of the things that men don't really have are shifting. So meaning what men don't have is they don't have those huge energy like peaks and shifts that we as women do. They obviously have energy shifts, but ours are related to hormones, and ours are oftentimes related to also hormonal imbalances and to the time that we are in our cycle. And so there are times in our cycle, like let's say ovulation, the follicular phase, where we feel really good as women. Generally, when we have balanced hormones, we feel like we have a lot more energy, we are a lot more outgoing, we can push a lot more. But then there are other times of the cycle, like the luteal phase, where women feel the opposite. I even had a client once who told me she thought she was bipolar because she didn't know that her cycle was affecting her so much. Now, she wasn't. She wasn't bipolar. It was literally the shift in her hormones that was making her feel this way. Just by us understanding that those hormonal shifts really have effects on everything, we need to stop taking advice from people who don't know what we as women are actually going through. Now, to take it a step further, I also do believe that a lot of women don't even know what they're going through themselves. So you might be watching this and all of this information might be very new to you, and you're like, I have never heard about this before, which is very common, obviously, in today's world, and something that I also didn't know back then when I was starting my own health and career journey. I truly believe that the more educated we are as women, the more empowered we will feel, and the less likely we will take advice from people like men who don't know exactly what we're going through. Because I've myself been through a rough, time in my life where I used to compare myself to my male partners. I always thought that something was wrong with me. Like, how could he go to the gym every morning and push himself and eat the same and be productive every day? And I was struggling so much with being the same every day. And it's because I wasn't meant to. And I wish I would have known this stuff earlier. And so the thing is that our menstrual cycle is not actually a burden, how oftentimes society, makes us believe that, or family makes us believe that. I mean, even me growing up, I always felt like my menstrual cycle was a burden because I saw my mom go through it and have a lot of issues with it. And so I learned the same about my cycle. And very early on, I hated my period. I hated going through everything that I was going through, believing that it was just normal and part of life, without realizing that I had hormonal health imbalances that I could balance out easily. To say, by us women pushing the very thing away that makes us a woman, we are making things worse. My invitation and my hope and why I'm doing this is because I truly believe that the more as women we embrace our cycle, the more as women, the more that we learn as women that our menstrual cycle is a superpower and not our burden, the healthier we will become, the more successful we will become. Because due to this knowledge, I was able to become the healthiest I've ever been, and also become more successful in my business, make more money, have a healthier relationship with my partner, and just really understand myself inside and out, which has made me happier and healthy inside and out and more successful inside and out. And the more that we as women learn and embrace these parts of ourselves without making them wrong, the world will look like a better place. I truly believe in the power of the menstrual cycle. That's why I've created what I like to call it a menstrual cycle success formula, because the menstrual cycle is there for you to become successful, for you to fully embrace who you are as a woman. And when you do that, you will notice how incredible you are and how you can use those hormonal shifts to your advantage, and also how much healthier you can become when you do that. If you'd like to learn more about the menstrual cycle success formula, I will be holding a free masterclass this week. You can sign up down below, because it's really going to be a mind-blowing masterclass that will teach you everything that you probably haven't known your entire life, which is women, we should know this stuff. And it's not your fault. It's just hasn't been given to us as readily available as we should have as women. And so I really hope to see you at this masterclass. If you liked this video, please let me know down below, subscribe to the channel, comment, in any way, interact, let me know. It would mean a lot to me. Sending you so much love, and until the next time, bye-bye.